I don't know why, but I suddenly feel like it's going to be a nice day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you know, just like the hustle and bustle of a major city, the nice weather. It just feels like nicer all of a sudden.
Well, studies show that people who enjoy sad or negative films find that enjoyment through a catharsis and an appreciation of what they have. It's therapeutic to imagine someone in a situation worse than your own.
That's interesting.
Considering you've just watched The Rover, it's pretty safe to say that you're experiencing a major catharsis.
Yeah, what a film. I mean, right from the opening proposition, The Rover feels like it's repeatedly punching you in the face. No, I mean, it's worse than that, actually. It's like it's taking you by the throat and is slowly strangling you to death. I loved it.
It was great. I think a lot of post-apocalyptic films glamorise that adventurous, patriarchal, outlaw lifestyle using action sequences and heroes and villains.
But not The Rover.
Not The Rover. Still somewhat a patriarchal storyline, but by no means romanticises the adventure. There are no heroes and villains, just a group of seriously messed up people wandering around this deserted wasteland. It takes survivalist themes of Australian cinema to the extreme.
The film is absolutely unrelenting. I mean, it doesn't give you a moment to breathe. I found myself having to create my own comic relief in my head. Like, for example, halfway through the film, I started pretending I was just watching a really messed up sequel to Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, just to get away from the bleakness of it.
The score and sound design too are equally relentless. I mean, that's largely down to Anthony Partos and Sam Petty, who worked together on Animal Kingdom. Sound is essential in a film like this. It's an incredibly haunting and tense score and soundscape that operate harmoniously in order to create this really unsettling environment.
Bleak, unsettling, it's what a proper post-apocalyptic film should be like. Guy Pearce is like Mad Max's dangerously unstable uncle, only the Rover is much darker and much more psychologically driven. Guy Pearce's character is a morbidly interesting protagonist. And he also serves as kind of an antagonist as well.
Robert Pattinson does a very good job as well. I mean, sometimes he confuses mumbling for good acting, but he gives a really well-rounded performance as Ray.
And I really like the dynamic of their relationship together. It's quite unconventional. I mean, as a viewer, I guess you have certain expectations for the film because you're used to these tired narratives about father figures and sons and them overcoming adversity together. The Rover takes your hopeful expectations and buries it somewhere in the outback. I mean, take for example, the car chase in the film is shot relatively conventionally, but turns into this dark psychological car chase. It's a really extraordinary sequence.
It's not interested in anything being neat or simple or easy. It leaves a lot unexplained and a lot to the audience's imagination, and it's really fun to try and decipher that.
I mean, these moments that happen in the sidelines or the background are deviously mysterious and really add to the film's nihilistic charm.
Nihilistic and charm in the same sentence?
I know, it's weird. What do you suppose would happen if society collapsed?
I don't know. Resort to cannibalism, I guess.
If you could only take one film with you into the post-apocalyptic world, what film would that be?
The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. If The Breakfast Club is the only film left in the world, you can't eat me.